Suck it now. Come on in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's enjoy this night. This night is a rainy one and a cloudy one. I need everybody to be safe and sound during this thunderstorm that's coming through. Look, I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Peace Within show, where people can express their thoughts on their personal passions, love, and strong desires to find their peace within. Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got my cool shades on tonight because my guest is so bright that I had to put on some shades tonight. You already know. Y'all heard that rhyme. Y'all missed that rhyme. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I do not own the rights to this song tonight. I don't own the rights to any music that I play on this show here tonight. But I want to say thank you guys for showing up tonight. You know, tonight is Tuesday night, and we're going to make it do what it do. But before we do that, I need everybody to go to the Bible, or just go to your phone or your tablet, and I need everybody to go to Philippians 2. We're going to Philippians 2, and let's do our 2 and 13. Let's go Philippians 2 and verse 13. And I'm reading from the New King James Version. But what we gonna do first, we gonna take off these shades, because I can't see. I can't see, okay? So we gonna say, hey, let's go with the 13th verse, and it reads like this. For it is God who works in you, both to will and to do for his good pleasure. That's Philippians 2 and 13. So govern yourselves accordingly, and we go get it going tonight. All right? I want everybody to do something for me. And you got to do this favor for me now. For me and my guest that's on tonight, do me this favor and vote. If you're not registered to vote, I need you to get to it and vote. I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that. And I need you to go to register vote online, go to register-to-vote.sos.ga.gov. I'm going to say that again. Register to vote all together, .sos.ga.gov, G-O-V. Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen, get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a packed house tonight. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. And I'm trying to give, because this is going to be a long show, so I need y'all to get ready and get ready, because we got some things we need to talk about tonight. And I appreciate each and every one of you all sending your messages in. And I'm monitoring, so if I don't get to everybody, I'm going to humbly apologize right now. Because yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and I see everybody coming in. I appreciate you. Come on in, have a seat, get your drink, and let's go with it. Our topic tonight is how to beat diabetes. How to beat diabetes. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a type 2 myself, and I've had to make some drastic changes to ensure that I stay alive to be here for you. Give us a call, 404-858-4670. Shout out, shout out, shout out. You know, we got everybody here on the line, and I'm going to tell you something. These are powerful people, so y'all better be ready, get ready, and show up tonight. Here we go. Here we go. We got Doc on the line. Dr. Lindsay, what's going on? Talk to us. Tell us what's on your mind.
Hi, Henry. How are you this evening? And thank you all for joining us tonight to talk about diabetes. Hopefully this will be informative. We're going to be really relaxed with it, not anything too complicated, but hopefully you'll gain some great information that will help you beat diabetes.
That's right. That's right. You know, Doc, I'm so pumped and excited. I'm enthused. Thank you for showing up tonight and volunteering to do that. I didn't have to beat her up or anything, ladies and gentlemen. You know, my sister came in and she said, I will do it, Henry. And Doc, I really do appreciate you. I really do. And we're going to get into some down and dirty stuff talking about diabetes. My boy, Boy, y'all don't understand what's going on tonight because my boy Jose is on the line, and I have to tell you, y'all got to get his book. I done read it already. I don't want to spill any beans. I'm going to let him talk about it in a few, but I do have some questions. It's called Stepping into Leadership. Jose, talk to us, brother. What's going on?
Listen, Henry, thanks for having me in your show. I appreciate it. Know that we're going to be talking about how people just can improve their life just by just changing, not just life, but just how they lead, just by changing some thoughts and understanding what it is that it takes to lead.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, man, I really do appreciate you coming on, dog. You welcome here anytime. And you already know that, but I have to tell you, man, we're going to have a good time. I mean, don't give your book away, but we go talk about your book, man. I have some questions. I have some questions. But look, ladies and gentlemen, y'all hit us up. Call us at 404-858-4670 if you want to shout out to the guests tonight. Look, our topic, if you're just joining us, our topic tonight is how to beat diabetes. Doc, I have some questions. The audience has some questions. We go get through it. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna apologize because I'm not gonna be able to get through all your questions. But Doc, can you enlighten us? I guess you have to start off with the simple stuff. What is diabetes?
What is diabetes? So diabetes basically is the body's inability to metabolize or break down high blood sugars, which are generally from the amount of carbs that we eat. Right. So there are a certain number of carbs that we must consume daily just for energy, but it's when the body is not able to metabolize that and the carbs are converted into the blood sugar, which enters into the bloodstream, that we develop diabetes. So what happens is the body's pancreas, which is responsible for producing insulin, helps to break down that blood sugar. But when the pancreas is not functioning like it should, we develop diabetes. So there's type 1 diabetes, in which the pancreas is not producing any insulin at all. And then you have type 2 diabetes, in which the pancreas is producing a little insulin, but not enough to actually break down the blood sugars.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So question comes up. The young lady is on Trulicity.
Okay.
Yeah. So what does Trulicity do is the question.
So Trulicity is an injectable that is not insulin. And the basic mechanism of action for Trulicity is to stimulate the pancreas to produce beta cells that helps the body to produce its own insulin. So that's how Trulicity works, by stimulating the pancreas to produce insulin, which in turn helps to break down the blood sugars.
She says, thank you. Good. Symptoms, Doc. What are some symptoms and what are some risks of diabetes?
So symptoms that generally occur initially with diabetes: frequent urination. Patients, they come in and like, I'm urinating a lot, or I am just thirsty all the time. They may complain of a dry mouth or dizziness, just feeling fatigue, or doc, I have a sore on my foot and it's just not healing. So those are a few of the symptoms that patients may have. And if your diabetes is not managed like it should, the risks that come along with that can be retinopathy, which is disease of the eyes, which eventually could lead to blindness. And then you have nephropathy, which is disease of the kidney that's caused by diabetes. And of course, we definitely try to prevent this, to prevent patients from ending up on dialysis. And then you have neuropathy, in which there is nerve damage, which leads to possible numbness and tingling. And this is where you get into the risk of amputating toes and infections. So there are several risks that come along with diabetes, including cardiovascular risk, which puts you at risk for stroke or MI. So it's very important, if you have diabetes, that we get it under control.
Yeah. You have a comment or a question. I feel my back I've never had problems with my back. So I'm now having problems with my back. Is that a symptom?
Not necessarily a symptom, but could be
Mhm.
due to neuropathy. So again, neuropathy is affecting the nerves. So I'm not sure if the back pain that you're experiencing, you're having any numbness and tingling with that, but generally not many symptoms of back pain unless there's something going on with the kidneys or again with the nerves.
Wow. Wow. So Doc, so how do you, okay, so how do you as a doc, how do you recognize, how do you diagnose that?
So generally, we diagnose diabetes with blood work. It's just a simple blood draw. We measure your blood glucose, and also we take a measurement of your hemoglobin A1C. So the hemoglobin A1C actually is an average of your blood sugar readings over a 3-month period into a percentage. So that lets us know how controlled you are with your diabetes or how uncontrolled you are with your diabetes. The higher the A1C,
Yeah.
you're uncontrolled.
Yeah, absolutely. I do understand that. Yeah. Jose, I know you and I was talking way before the show. You know, what's your thoughts on managing diabetes?
You know, and Henry, it's funny how the topic came as I'm coming on, you know, talk to you. When I used to serve, I served as a combat medic for 21 years, and also I'm a type 2 diabetic, and so I relate to what Doc is saying, and I'm here thinking every time you ask a question, I'm answering in my head just to see if I can still got it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Doc. But I had type 2, and one of the things that I really disliked was taking medications. So I felt that the medications were actually governing me and damaging me more. And so I talked to my doctor, and one of the good things about type 2 diabetes is that you control it with diet and exercising, and you don't have to take meds. So if you are looking into, if you're a type 2 and you want to manage it, just watch what you eat, when you eat it, how much do you eat, and then what is your exercise regimens? You know, 30 to 60 minutes a day will actually keep your doctor away, you know? Yeah. And so it is very important for people to just continue staying busy. I know that it is hard times now with COVID and people are afraid of just stepping outside. You know, any sneeze will get people just to run away from you. But, you know, for the most part, you know, if you go outside and just do some push-ups out on your lawn or just run in place for 2 minutes real fast, you know, it's just something to get your heart rate going. Yeah. And, you know, if you can add other, I really, one of the things that people, I'll stay away from is a lot of dieting. Yeah. Because of the, of course, we know we people tell, oh, we need to diet because we know you just need to watch what you eat. Right. You need to make life-changing choices. Yes. It cannot be something subtle. Once you diagnosed with diabetes, it is a life-changing process. Nothing that you can change with temporarily. Yeah. So you have to make life-changing choices. So that's very important.
Absolutely. Doc, the next question was, how do you treat it?
Well, you know, Jose actually kind of helped me out with that one. It's basically a lifestyle adjustment, diet and exercise. And as Jose said, it's not going on a diet, it's changing what you're eating. And for the majority of my patients, I tell them when they come in, you know, I'm trying to get you off of these medications because medications come with side effects. So then I end up having to treat the side effects. So back to how you treat it, for type 1 diabetics, their pancreas is not producing any insulin at all. So they're solely dependent on insulin every day. Mm. However, they still need to monitor their carb intake. So type 1's insulin dependent. Type 2 diabetics, basically lifestyle, diet and exercise. However, there are other medications that we use. There are oral medications and also injectable medications. But as Jose stated, they come with side effects. So whenever you come in to see me, my goal is to actually get you off of the medications. And, you know, I truly believe in diet and exercise. You got to get out there and get to moving and watching what we're eating. We are what we eat.
That's right. Ooh, that's a good one. Got another question for you, Doc. Individual says, I'm a type 2 diabetic and I like drinking juice, but I dilute my juice with water. How effective is that?
Well, I would rather you dilute it than drinking the 100% juice, because you have to think about fruit. Fruit has natural sugars in it. So they will cause your blood sugars to be high as well. And when these juices are made, they're processed. So sugar is added to what, even if it's natural juice, there's more sugar added to what the manufacturer has made, put into the actual juice. So diluting it does help. However, I recommend water.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's this COVID-19 pandemic, what we have going on here in this world today, Doc? How does a diabetic handle this?
Well, again, when it comes to diabetes during this pandemic, it's very, very important that we are managing the diabetes well, because diabetes is one of the risk factors that put patients at risk for, complications of the coronavirus. So although we may be limited in what we are doing in our lifestyle, since a lot of people are now working from home, you can still get out there and get to moving. You have to exercise. You have to exercise, because just sitting in front of the computer, you're not burning any calories. And the problem also is with us sitting, that refrigerator is always calling our names. That pantry is like, oh, well, let me just get up. I'm bored. Let me see what's in the pantry right now. Absolutely. So I have noticed an increase in A1Cs and also an increase in weight. But although the gyms are closed, we can walk for free.
That's right.
Walk for free. So we got to get to, and it also helps your mental health. I mean, this has been a very overwhelming, stressful time period. So you got to figure out ways to manage your diabetes as well as your stress. And exercise during this time is very, very important.
Yeah. Now I do have a personal question now, Doc. All my life, I've been an athlete all my life, from little league to college, and then semi-pro, and then now, being military all my life. And to be a type 2 diabetic, I've been in shape all my life, okay? Mm-hmm. So, and I can't say I've eaten right all my life, but how does a healthy person get type 2 diabetes?
Well, there are some risk factors that are involved that we have no control over. That's one, being an African-American male, and two, genetics, and three, being over the age of 40. So those are just factors that we can't control. So if you have that strong family history of diabetes, a mother or father, that increases your chances of developing diabetes.
Okay, got it. So with managing stress, how do you do it right now? What's going on?
Well, yeah, that is a very challenging one, but you just have to figure out ways to balance it and to actually put up boundaries at this time, because people are really overwhelmed with, so many different variables right now during the pandemic. You have to figure out a way to manage the stress. Exercise will definitely help. I also recommend, we got to keep the mental health in check.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you need to reach out to a therapist, please do so. Please do so, because if your mental health is not in check, then the rest of your body is not in check as well. Right. So, therapy, exercising, developing different techniques of coping with stress, picking up different hobbies, meditation, prayer is also very important during this time. We have working moms, we have kids that are at home, we're trying to homeschool our kids and work. And, just our whole lifestyle has changed. So It's really developing a new normal. So figuring out a way that's going to work best for you and managing that.
You have a comment, maybe a question and a comment. I have been at home for 6 months, working from home now, and have been school training my kids. I guess you said meant homeschooling. My kids. I have gained weight, and I'm sure I now have diabetes. What are some things that I can do to manage my process at home, my work life, and stop eating, or this one of mine right here, stop eating M&Ms and drinking Pepsis?
Well, we definitely have before the pandemic, we all need work-life balance, okay? But during this pandemic, it's been a lot of work, no balance, and no play.
That's right.
So, one, choosing healthier eating options. We can't have the M&Ms and the Pepsis and the chips and the cookies. We got to choose more options: trail mix, fruits, protein bars, protein shakes.
But that get boring, dude.
I understand. And the thing is not that you can't have it, but it's just in moderation.
Yeah.
And again, get up, get to moving. You can take a break, get out, exercise. The weather is cooling down now, so it's not as hot outside. So you have to, it's okay to treat yourself, but again, in moderation.
Yeah.
And limit the snacks that you bring in. I know at the beginning of the pandemic, we were all hoarding a lot of stuff. Oh, I got to have this, I got to have that. The stores were running out of everything. So we were just like pantry full of everything, including alcohol. But you have to stop. You do. You have to, more fruits and vegetables, healthier eating options, and exercise.
Yeah. And Jose, as a combat medic, man, you came across a lot of issues, not just maybe diabetic issues, but heart issues and with soldiers and maybe others. With the audience that we have now and the situation that we're in now, Jose, how do we, as a combat medic, thinking like a combat medic, how do we as military, retired now military, how do we gradually get back into that mindset of, I need to get back into the gym?
I'm not going to lie to you. I dislike the gym. I've never been the person to hit the gym. I go, but I hit the gym. This is what I've done though. And to each his own, and everyone has to find their niche. Mm-hmm. You have to find the way that fits you.
Right.
This fits me. I fast.
Okay.
So I have, and since the pandemic, type 2 diabetic, risk factor higher, I'm not stepping into your gym. So I had to adjust myself. I had to adjust what I did. I stopped drinking sodas. No more sodas.
Yeah.
So again, those lifestyle changes that I've made. So fasting, I do one at midnight. Well, I start like at 6 o'clock from 6 to 7, I stop eating. I don't eat anything past 7 until 7 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
And then between that time, all I drink is water.
Yeah.
Just like the doc said, your water intake will help because remember, your feet is the first thing that goes in diabetes. So your water intake will help that blood flow to from your heart all the way down to your feet, because your blood thinning.
Right.
And the thinner it is, the easier it is for your blood to flow up and down your veins and your arteries. So, and then with the fasting, allows the body to process all of the old carbs that you have given it all through the day. And most people, for the most part, after they get home, they do not leave home. And just like I do. I don't like leaving home. Once I get home, my wife asks me, Jose, can you go? No, you can go. Ask our son, he'll go. I tell my son to go now.
Yeah.
Right? No, once I get home, you better tell me before I get home.
Right.
So once you get home, you don't do anything. So it's best to stop eating around 7. I go to sleep around 10, 9:30, 10. the body already has digested everything that I've eaten, and it allows it to completely rest. And during your sleep is actually also some more digestive things happen. But fasting is what has helped me maintain me out of the gym.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to the gym, of course you have to take, make sure that it is discipline.
Yeah.
Everything ends on you.
Yeah.
Everything starts and ends on you. Doc can talk all she wants and give you all of the information, but it's everything starts and ends on the person. It stops and ends on me. There's no one else. I cannot blame anyone for my health but me. What is it that you are willing to sacrifice for you to live few years more?
That's right.
Think about it like that. If that's how I thought about it. I want to see my great.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be here for my grandchildren, or I want to be here to see 2025. I don't know. I want to see what 2030 brings. I want to see those things. So because I want to see those things, there are things that I need to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, and that's what we have to do. So, Doc, with our audience tonight, we have some comments, and I'm gonna try to go over those here in a second. Let's see.
I'll just add to what Jose is saying while you're going through the comments. So I agree. It's a team effort because, I can prescribe medications all day long. Again, they're going to come with side effects. So it's up to the individual to do their part as well. And I don't sugarcoat it. If you coming in, your cholesterol is elevated, your blood pressure is elevated, diabetes is elevated. I'm like, okay, so have you written your obituary?
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be a heart attack, a stroke waiting to happen. So, I'm very honest with my patients, but also let them know that they have to do their part. And I agree with you, the intermittent fasting is one good way of helping one to, lose weight and then also manage your diabetes, because we have to keep in mind that the heart is the most important muscle. Yeah. If the heart is not ticking, you're not living. So that's why the exercise is important as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely right. And you hit the nail on the head, because the comments are coming in as, it's called intermittent fasting. Mm-hmm. And, that's by, Kevin said that. And then Kevin also said, just like when we're in school, we also need to do PE, what we call PE back then. And a lot of people saying, Lovely is saying, yeah, Doc, you're absolutely right. So I have to say, Doc, so what do you say, Doc, to our audience right now? Because it sounds like we have some worration going on, because I think I gained in this pandemic, I gained about 2-3 pounds, and it looked like everybody gaining 10-20 pounds on this pandemic. So I guess I have to say, it sounds like the audience is on a panic now that we're talking about this. So how can you ease their minds right now?
So no need to really panic. It's just really getting back on track. We fall down, but we got to get back up. Right. Just don't stay in that routine. You have to change the current routine that you're in to a healthier routine, changing your lifestyle, readjusting back to a new norm, because we don't know if we will ever return back to normal, but we can't continue to stay in the current state that we're in, just overeating and not exercising, because again, that's affecting us physically and mentally. So no need to worry, just readjust. You have to set goals and have strategies in place to be able to overcome whatever obstacle that you're dealing with. Yeah. So it's really changing the mindset, which I'm sure Jose is going to speak on with this leadership book he got for us.
Absolutely. Good leading. I have one comment that just came up that had me laughing. And he says 1 beer a day keeps diabetes away. Boy, you stupid.
Hey, 1 glass of wine though.
Yeah, hey, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Red wine.
Red wine. One
Red
glass of red wine, Will.
Wow, red wine. Y'all hear that? Red
One
wine.
glass, not the bottle.
Not the bottle. 1 glass.
Or if you want to, an aspirin, a bear. If you get into like a baby aspirin,
Yes.
if you are a diabetic, if you want to get into a baby aspirin, take one a day.
Mhm.
Because aspirin, what it does, it thins your blood out, so it helps it out as well. Before you can actually before you actually go into dialysis and things like that. So most people, and it helps your heart.
Yes.
And most people with heart attacks, when people have heart attacks, they get into a bear. I'm not trying to promote anybody, but they get into some type of aspirin regimen because it helps your blood flow. And of course, it's red wine.
Everybody laughing at y'all. They said, and Lovely says, yes, you're right. And then Kevin says, the side effect of taking care of yourself is you might get in shape and live longer. That's a good one.
Yes. And that's a good side effect.
Ooh, that is a good one. That's a good one. You know,
That's one you don't want to fix.
that's right. That's right. That's right. You know,
You safe with that one.
right. With all that said, Jose, I know that your book, man, Stepping into Leadership, when I read it, I'm not going to spill the beans. When I read it, some things hit me along the way, right? And I'm going to tell you, and you can elaborate on it if you want to. The 3 M's hit me, bro. The 3 M's hit me. So, Jose, tell us about stepping into leadership.
Wow, and it's my book.
There it is.
Well, stepping into leadership. I'm humble. The number one thing is I'm humble because individuals like you and others have mentioned how, wow, even leaders. You understand that leaders that I look up to
Right.
has said just what you said.
Mhm.
It hit me.
Right.
It just brought a different perspective, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. And if you read at the beginning of the book, I explain why, because when I was a young lad, and I'm young right now, so I was younger. My mom moved us. I moved from Puerto Rico to Jersey City, New Jersey. That's where I learned how to speak my English. So English is my second language.
Gotcha.
And we had to, we Catholic, so we went to Sunday school because we couldn't afford no longer to go to private school like I was in Puerto Rico. So in Sunday school, one of the nuns said, Jose, you are a leader. I forget her name. And to this day, I wish whoever remembers the nun, if you went with me and you and I went to Sunday school together, please tell me the nun's name. I want to look for her. I don't know, but she said, she said, you don't see how everyone follows you? But yet no one said what was I doing? Everyone just following you, okay? Why? So then, the leadership thing just came about. It kept coming about, and I joined the military. And after the military, one of the things I realized, and I could be wrong, but it's just my experience. They expected something of you. Rarely did they wanted to teach you what was expected.
Mm-hmm. I get
So, right. So no one told me, hey, you got to stay late. Hey, Jose, look, this is what is expected of you. You got to stay late. You have to be doing this. This is the stuff that we are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Should I still have the mentality. I never switched the mentality. I had a family to take care of. I want to make more money. It wasn't until later on in my career that it was like, boom, like sitting on me and hitting what was my responsibility.
Yeah.
Like what was was I doing?
Yeah.
And it was late. My career, my career was kind of already at reach its peak in the military. I was about to retire, and it was just odd. But there was, I look at books, they all dissed it, and all of them, in my opinion, are full of motivation, not of how to.
Yeah.
Or what to.
Yeah. Right.
Okay? So that's where my motivation came from.
Awesome.
There's books to motivate you, but not books to tell you how to. And then to tell you how to, you have to pay them. You know, this is what, in my opinion, what we should be, I should be doing. Giving it to you, but there's no way that I could give it to the masses and divide myself into the masses. So I guess for 15 bucks, you could get a whole bunch, like about 25 years of experiences and know-how and on what to do. And you can, and also it's 33 pages. It is, I dislike reading.
Easy reading.
I dislike reading. I have a master's degree in leadership. I have a whole bunch, I read, but I dislike it. I know a lot of people dislike reading.
Yeah.
They're not readers. So if this is a start, that is all, a start.
So what did you mean when you said, you stated in your book that the box no longer holds you back? Your circle do.
Right, people, all right, so have you heard of the terminology, hey, just think outside the box?
Right.
But what is exactly thinking outside the box? Or are you really thinking outside the box? Because if you're hanging around with ants, and you want to fly like an eagle, or you hang around with parrots and with little cotton balls chickens, and you want to be an eagle,
you trying to keep it clean. You know what okay.
And you're doing what chickens do. So you're really not thinking outside the box. If you want to fly like an eagle, you need to be around eagles to understand what eagles means when it is thinking outside the box.
That's right.
So again, so really, who are you around? And in the book, and the circles, it goes into this. I told you about the Me Too friends, right?
Yeah.
So, and people always question, like, what? Me Too friends? Yeah. Those that respond, hey man, I'm mad. I hate my job. Oh yeah, me too. You know, I'm broke. Oh, yeah, me too. You know, so those Me Too friends that you really do, you need to remove those and then start looking around for friends that say me too when they talking about, hey, let's start this business. Oh yeah, man, I'm doing one too. You know, the conversation changes when you talk to eagles and not even eagles, when you start talking to falcons, because you know a falcon is not quite an eagle, but it's strong enough, but it's moving. Not everyone, you start, you know, you're gonna fly. I love one of the things that, and people are always afraid because Steve Harvey says it a lot. In order to fly, you have to jump.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And
that's good.
And so in order to jump, you have to jump. What circle is it that you're jumping in?
Yeah.
And you're jumping with.
That's right.
And so your circle will determine a lot of your success.
Absolutely. So, you know, through your research, Jose, and as you're writing the book, what did you learn through all of that, personally?
Me, man, I'm not perfect. You know, I made a lot of mistakes, and I just hope that people don't make them.
Yeah.
There's some knowledge out there that you can use to lessen and to straighten out your curve, your curve. Now, you know, that curve that you don't want to make a lot of mistakes. You know, and so for me, it was, man, you know. Because at first it was, who am I? And that's what I didn't write the book before, because I could have written it a long time ago. I'm pretty sure. But overall, it's like, who are you? Who really you are to that people would listen? Who are you?
Yeah.
You don't have any, and it was more for me, as I was typing. You know, I got something important to say.
Yeah.
And for me, it was more of that I made a lot of mistakes, but I've conquered those. And now that I've conquered those fears of, hey, you can do it, because a book was never my goal. Was never a goal.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Good point. Good point. You do have a question, Doc. I mean, no, who is this, Doc? Is it for you? Okay, so yeah, this is for you, Doc. Is walking 30 minutes enough a day?
Well, it just depends on how often you're walking. I'm sorry. So for individuals that are just starting out to exercise, I say 30 minutes, at least 3 days a week. But then you want to start either increasing the number of days that you're walking or increasing the time interval. So it should be a brisk walk to where you're still able to hold a conversation with someone. But listen to your body. Your body will tell you if 30 minutes is enough or if it's not enough, and if you need to add more to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I add a little?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They need to find the resting heart rate. And once you find your resting heart rate, that means that you need to double that, because that's when you start losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
If you maintain, let's say your resting heart rate is 80 and you are at 90, you really not exercising. Your heart, you need to
Increase it.
like strain your body.
Yeah.
You have to strain your body so your body can start moving.
Yeah.
And for most parts, cardio must be done 20 minutes or longer in order for it to be effective.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to talk to our guest, our distinguished guest tonight, please give us a call, 404-858-4670. We're here for you for about another 10, 15 minutes. So if you don't call in between that, you will not get these experts. All right.
Hey, Henry, may I elaborate on the 3 M's?
Knock your stuff out, man. We need to talk about that. Go ahead.
Can I want it, and I've been doing business for a while. You know, I've been doing business and understanding that as a military, once I retired, my income was going to shorten, right? But I wasn't seeing the success that I thought that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in a NCO induction ceremony, and one of my Sergeant Major Allen was talking about how you need 3 people. You need these people that give you clarity, people that give you that motivate you, people that lead you the right way. I'm like, wow, you know, but that was the problem, that I was looking for that in one person, and I was looking for that with my mentor.
Okay.
And my mentor can give me clarity. He could give me a way to go because he's been there, done that, and I know where he wants. He's been there where I want to go. So he could give me that.
Yeah.
So I had to find the other 2 M's, which are the motivator and the messenger. So I had to have a mentor, a motivator, and a messenger. The motivator provided me the spark. He provides me the spark, the energy when I am at low point. Mm-hmm. I can call, and this person has a outlook in life that you will not believe. You know that person that is always in a good mood,
yep.
But you rarely. So that's your motivator. You have to find that person.
Yeah.
The messenger provides clarity when you are not necessarily don't know what to do, but it's like you in that crossroad. It's like, both are good. Both are good. You know where you're going. Right. You just want to make sure that you're making the right decision. The conversation will not even be about the business or about anything, but that person will always find something to say. You know how mom is, right? Mom will call you and will say something. La, 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 la. Thank you, Mom. Right. Now I know what to do. Right. That's the person that gives you clarity.
That's right.
So when you have that clarity that you know where you're going, then you find your mentor. so that you have your spark, your clarity, and your path. You can't, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna find all three at the same time, but when I did, I saw a huge movement. And remember this, you will only have one messenger and maybe one motivator, but you will have 50, 60, 70 mentors. Because your mentor, you will have a spiritual mentor, you will have a fitness mentor, you will have a business mentor, you will have an education mentor, you will have a family mentor, you will have a marriage mentor. There are people
mentoring.
Right, there are a lot of friendships. You know, there's a lot of people that will give you a lot of advice because you know that they are good at that or what they do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Man, I really do appreciate, man, that book. It was off the chain. You want to tell the people how to get it?
They can get it at Amazon. You go to Amazon.com and you could just put it in, step it into leadership, and you could buy it. Also, if you please, once you buy it, I would love to hear your comments on Amazon. If you could put your comments on Amazon, always good to know what the feedback is, and know that a second book is coming. I got motivated. This motivates me. I'm motivated.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we had a good time tonight, but we got to get on and we got to ask Henry some questions. Look, we got Doc. When is your book coming out?
I'm working on it. I am. I'm working on it. Yes.
We talked about this about a year ago.
I know we did.
So we're going to have you back on next season.
Okay.
With your book.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Ask Henry. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up to you all. Now, they're asking me on this, but I need all of us to join in on this one. So it sounds like we have time for only one. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We only have time for one, so we're going to get into it right now. So here's one. And this is from Patricia. She didn't put down where she was from. So this is from Patricia. She says, Henry, great show. I have been watching you all season, and I'm sad that the season is almost over. I'm writing because I'm a fit 36-year-old Black female in the Navy, 16 years, and I am now a diabetic because of my mom, my dad, and both grandparents had diabetes. I eat right, and I have been exercising all my life. And I still can't understand why I have type 2 diabetes. Please help me understand. Doc, that's in your realm.
Well, unfortunately, it's called family genetics. Yes. She has to thank her family for that. Her mom, her ancestors.
Wow.
So although she is physically fit, eats healthy,
Yeah.
we cannot change our genes. So that strong family history is what put her at risk for developing diabetes. Yes.
And I feel her with that because, you know, you know, you've stayed fit all your life, you know, as an athlete and, you know, being in the military, you know, being a marshal, being law enforcement, you know, you think you fit because you have to exercise all the time and look good and stay fit. Then you find out you got diabetes. How? But you just answered it, you know, because it's the same on my side of it, on both sides of my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but Henry, once you change those 6 inches between your ears,
Mm-hmm.
your life will change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would tell her it is sad, but it is what it is, right? You just have to own it.
Yes.
Accept it.
Yes.
And work.
That's it.
Don't stop. Continue checking your blood sugar.
That's right.
Continue going to the doctor. Continue doing your yearly checkups. Do not stop doing what you're doing, because as soon as you stop, this is what's going to happen. Your body is going to completely shut down because it's used to a certain level of fitness.
Yeah.
So she needs to continue maintaining, just her mind needs to be focused on her and her life ahead.
Yeah, and she's 36, still in the Navy, 16 years. Now she got 4 more years to go before retirement.
And she could get a good 25% on the VA for that. Good.
Yeah, that's right.
It says Jose said,
That's right.
mindset. So I tell patients, do not allow this disease or disorder to control you. You control it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's absolutely right. Okay, one more. Okay, we're gonna get one more. It says, Henry, I am 61 years old and they had to cut my left foot off due to diabetes complications. Signed, Bill from Texas. Now, he might be a veteran. He didn't say that, but he might be a veteran here. So, Doc.
Actually, I'll let Jose take this one because he touched on it a little earlier.
Okay. Jose, what's up, man? I mean.
And, you know, the circulation is key. You know, and you, just like I was saying, Doc was saying, if your heart is not pumping, right, then there's no life. So circulation is key to everything that we do. The body heals with blood flow. That's how you heal. That's how all of your wounds heal. All of that, those arteries and the veins carrying deoxygenated and oxygenated blood throughout your body helps it heal. The faster the blood goes, the faster you heal. The slower the blood goes, the slower you heal. When there's no blood flow, there's no way that the body. So what happens is your feet start swelling. And when they start swelling, that swelling crunches down on your nerves. And when you crunch down on your nerves, they got what is called that PD edema. And then that crunching down on your nerves, and they'll kill it. Start developing some of that gangrene, and that's what happens to more likely to Bill, because there's no feeling. So when there's no feeling, every time that he cuts himself, he doesn't feel it, so he could bleed, and he doesn't know it, so it's not going to actually heal properly. So there's a lot. So I always tell, and my doctor told me, your feet are very important to make sure I try to go to the pedicure, get a pedicure, because that stuff works, because they try to, all of that, make sure that your feet stay soft and they stay circulated so that you can get all that blood flow, because if they start building that crust, you're not going to be able to, that hard stuff that you build on your heel and around your ball of your feet, you start building that. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. So you either have to soak your feet so that they can get soft. With a capital T, soft.
Yeah. Okay, last question. It's for you all, the panel. This is from Calvin from New York.
Woo!
Yeah, appreciate it, Cal, for typing in. Calvin says, I am not a diabetic, but I do get thirsty and I drink a lot of water. So is that a symptom? Do I need to get checked or what? And he probably wasn't on when you said this, Doc.
Yes. I mean, he can just go and it's just a simple blood draw, just to be sure. Increased thirst, frequent urination are definitely signs of possible onset of diabetes.
Sound like he's scared of needles. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, boy, go and get yourself checked. Look, I really do appreciate y'all for coming on tonight, man. I love, having you guys on, man. We have fun. But I want to make sure everybody understand. Look, follow us on IG at HHOUZ. You can follow us on Facebook at HH Washington. Like and share, ladies and gentlemen. Like and share. Check us out on YouTube at Henry Washington, The Peace Within. Click, like, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Check my new book out. It's out there, Amazon, and you can also hit me up at hw3foundation.com and get that book. It's called A Treasure Chest of Life, The Peace Within. I want everybody to just make sure you follow us every Tuesday night right here. Facebook Live, we're on YouTube. I just read all that to you. Check us out, 7 p.m. Come and join us. Come have a drink with us. Sit down, fellowship, listen to some good music, and some positive people. Look, I thank you all. You guys got anything to say before we depart?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
It's your host, Henry Washington. Y'all be blessed.